We're gonna make aspic jelly with sukiyaki.
Minor accident happened, so like a corner broke off.
So, aspic, it was used in ancient times mainly as a form of food preservation. We're gonna be making the aspic using gelatin. In this case, it will be bovine gelatin derived from beef. Before we can use the gelatin, we need to let it bloom. So it's a very simple step of just adding water and stirring it. And then we just let it sit. And then you just add it to the sukiyaki. Put it into the fridge. So after about a few hours in the fridge, see, it has become a clear jiggly jelly. So most importantly, gelatin is tasteless, which means it didn't affect the taste of the sukiyaki.
Let's start making the Sukiyaki Aspic. So if you're not very familiar with sukiyaki, it is Japanese hot pot that's soy based and it's really beautiful. So the ingredients that they have inside, they have mushrooms, they have vegetables that are really prettily cut, and then there's a raw egg dip at the side which they use which they cook the ingredients in, and then they'll dip it in. So it's very aesthetically pleasing, so it's perfect for the theme of this video. So we're going to set the entire hot pot in a jelly. We can't just make the hot pot, throwing all the ingredients in, putting it to a boil, and then dump the gelatin in, and I hope that we'll end up with a nice jelly, because what it does is it'll probably give us a very messy and very cloudy jelly. So instead, what we are going for is a nice layered aesthetic. So to do that, we have to do it, we have to build it layer by layer. So I imagine the first layer would then be the egg, and then followed by the ingredients, udon and vegetables, and then the meat. So ahead of time, my wife actually prepared a beautiful pot of sukiyaki. So I'll add the link to that video somewhere else so you can see how it's done. What we'll do is we'll add gelatin to the sukiyaki broth and then use that to create the aspic. What we will be doing is we'll gently heat this up to slightly above 70 degrees so that the gelatin can blend in easier. We're using 10 grams of gelatin to 200 ml of liquid. So this will give us a firmer jelly, which makes it easier for us to layer the ingredients later on. Now that we got the sukiyaki stock hot enough, we're going to add in the gelatin. So this is after 10 minutes of letting it soak and letting it bloom, so we get a slightly paste-like consistency. So we'll now mix this in. We will now add in the first layer of jelly. So we're adding 200 ml, which will probably give us a nice thick layer at the top, which will then protect the rest of the ingredients below. And then leave it in the fridge to set. Okay, it's been a few hours and this has set quite well, so you can see that it's quite firm. It's a very thin layer. So what we'll do now is, the first layer I'll put an egg in it. So I've separated, slightly cooked it so that it can keep for longer, and then we'll see if we can plop it down the middle and then let it rest for a while before putting another layer of jelly on top. Direct to the middle. Okay, it's sort of set in the middle. So now I'm going to cover it with gelatin. So you can see it's totally hardened now. Right. Also now all we need to do is remove it from the bowl, and then we will try it. Okay, we have a problem. So the biggest plate that I have, so it's humongous, which we keep around for days like this. So the biggest plate that we have is still not big enough. It's just barely enough. So there's a chance that, you know, we might damage this. Or I don't think there's any alternative. So the alternative will be for us to serve this right on the table. Oh,
Oh,
okay, huh?
yeah.
Yeah, minor accident happened, so like a corner broke off. You can see that yeah, the jelly is quite intact except for that bit. Okay, so now we'll try and cut it open and then see what it tastes like.
Yeah.
Okay, the egg should still be oh yeah, it is.
Oh.
Check this out.
Oh.
The egg yolk managed to retain its soft-boiled quality. So now it's time for taste test. Sukiyaki encased in aspic. Okay, now semi-encased in aspic. So this is shiitake mushroom. It's quite nice. What do you think?
Udon. Very tasteless.
Very tasteless.
No flavor.
A carrot?
Also very tasteless.
Okay, closing thoughts. What do you think?
It's flavored. It's very light flavor, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's also like very bland.
Okay. If we do try to make it again, right, what are some slight tweaks we
Yeah,
can?
thicker broth.
Okay.
Because now as it is, right, that's not very nice. Because when you eat jelly, normally it will be like more flavor.
Personally, right, I will try this again. Okay, if only just to make it a perfect one without anything breaking off. Okay, so you can see that it's sort of shifted since yesterday, and I think that's because I was opening and closing the door of the fridge. I think that might have shifted the jelly slightly, but it's set pretty well. And to be honest, I kind of quite like this. Looks more dynamic. Second try, and it's looking a lot better. We'll take this out now, and then we'll see if it retains its shape better, and then we'll try it. Oh, I'm really happy with how this turned out. The sukiyaki is perfectly frozen in time. So I'm hoping that the egg, as we cut into it, then it will flow out. So similar to how, you know, when you have sukiyaki and then you have the raw egg dip at the side. So I'm hoping that it turns out that way. I'm gonna try it out. Taste test! Okay, again we have Tata to help taste test this. So I've changed it. So previously you said that it's too bland. So I've made it a lot more thicker. I've used more sukiyaki broth. So we'll see what it tastes like. So the egg has oozed out as expected because it's soft boiled. So you can see that inside is quite pretty as well. First let's try a bit of the broth. So the broth is encased in gelatin.
Wow, more flavor. It's like eating, like, you know, ramen egg.
Ah, yes. Yeah, it's more flavorful. So I used more sukiyaki broth in this, so it's significantly thicker. As Tata said, right? Because of the texture, right, it's kind of like egg white, the gelatin, and because it tastes like sukiyaki, so it reminds me of ramen egg. So both the taste and the texture, so it's quite interesting. I can actually eat like a lot more of this. It's really tasty. So maybe we can just dip it in the egg. Do you like it? Okay, I'm going to try the udon. So I pick something else.
Enoki.
Oh, very fresh. So I had a bit of the spring onion as well. So it gives us a nice, it's very nice and crunchy. Then combined with the udon noodle, that's very tasty.
Oh, enoki is like that.
The enoki?
I can definitely taste. It doesn't taste as bland as last time. More flavor. Nice.
Okay, carrot. Very crunchy. I'm surprised that it being encased in gelatin for such a long time hasn't turned it soggy. So there's still a nice crunch to it. And because I just took this out from the fridge, right, it's quite refreshing because it's cold. So it's cold and crunchy. But then with the savouriness of the sukiyaki top.
Oh, nice. It's very soft. It's very nice.
Now that we've tried almost all of it, closing thoughts. So what do you think?
This is actually very nice. I will definitely eat this again, right? If you made it. I feel that it's a very interesting spin on the sukiyaki hotpot.
I think it's a unique way if you want to try this out with, like, if you have friends over. If you make an aspic jelly, it's interesting because you can serve it as an appetizer, as a starter. It's cold. It sort of gets everyone talking. I think I will do this again. You know, serve it at one of the parties. If I have my cousins over, then I'll probably make this. Yeah, as you can see, like, he's eating it. So no problem in terms of taste. I think that actually this hits all the right marks. So it tastes like sukiyaki. It's chilled, so it's very interesting. The texture of gelatin is very nice. So it's like eating a whole bowl of like soft jelly egg white. I would actually highly recommend you try it. It's not particularly tedious to make. You just need gelatin. You need a bit of patience to layer the ingredients, but it looks really nice when served. So we definitely recommend that you try this. Okay, that brings us to the end of this video. So do give us a like if you like this video. If you loved it, then consider subscribing so that you can see more from us. Thanks for watching. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. The mandatory jiggle shot. Bongo, bongo.